Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, tonight it's the Indiana Pacers playing host to the LA Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers control the tap.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Oops, he missed the first one. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Indiana with the basketball. The drive, right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beverly into the front court. They trail by one. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Montrezl Harrell sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Baseline drive, gets it at the top of the key. Driving right to the basket. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Domantas Sabonis snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Oladipo. Nothing going here on that drive. To Oladipo. Fires the three. And Victor Oladipo. Quick catch and shoot that time for three.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Beverly into the front court. Down four. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
I got ball.
Runner's good there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
I got him. I got ball.
And count the basket inside.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 4. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. To Oladipo. 5 to shoot for Indiana.
In the first quarter.
Shot clock violation.
For Indiana.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Substitutions, Los Angeles.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beverly into the front court, trailing by 10. For three, his first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And scores. Strong take.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Knock loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Collison into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Big finish at the rim. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
And the finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Knocked loose. Into the front court comes Collison. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Collison into the front court. His guys down big.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And finally, play is stopped on the tie-up. Oh, it's been scrappy. Let's see who can take the jump. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. Late heave to beat the buzzer. We're through one at Bankers Life Fieldhouse with the Pacers on top. Jay and I back with more of NBA Wednesday night on EA Sports after this. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the
Substitutions, Indiana. Entering the game for LA, number 21, Patrick.
nice pass to set things up. And he finishes at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. To Evans. Great pass to set it up. Oubre. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Long He from three-quarters court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your Sports Halftime Report. The Pacers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers. The Clippers have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. If they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Los Angeles Clippers had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone bench players. They really need
Player of the half.
back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle.
Screen coming.
To Williams. Great feed. Sets it up. Had there shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
He
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Williams to Beverly. The drive right to the basket. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
I got ball. Hey, keep him here.
To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Old school equals high percentage.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. There, but it's no good. To Oladipo. Has a chance. Shot won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Rises for the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Off the assist.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
LA Clippers with the basketball. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Williams. Beverly, he'll get it down low to Harrell. With the flush, taking on all comers.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Timeout called here by as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitution.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Got it.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Pacers control. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Cleans it up. And the rebound taken by Evans.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court edge, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Kyle O'Quinn tips it. And they retain the possession. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
3 quarters complete. The Pacers are feeling good. So the Pacers with the basketball to start.
Hey, the second game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Substitutions, LA. Substitutions, Indiana.
Rotate.
I got double. Make him hard on him. Nothing easy.
2 minutes remaining.
Wilson Chandler. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds off of Oladipo. Beverly. Misfires. It's no good. The pass set it all up.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Williams.
Screen coming.
To Beverly. From long range. Not that time. He missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
I got you here, right here, right here.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Yes, Victor Oladipo. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Clippers have the basketball.
Defense.
Beverly.
Defense, let's go.
Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Number 21, Patrick Beverly.
Try from the baseline, but it won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
That's me. I got ball.
Count the bucket for 2. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. This one to the